Hello, hello, and we are live again with another episode of The Wealth Within. And today, it's an interesting topic that just popped in my head. And I said to John, why don't we talk about it? And today's topic is money your friend or your enemy? John, what does it come for you when I'm asking this question?
Oh, I love it. As a matter of fact, I encouraged you. Let's talk about it. What does it mean? I love to talk about money in the sense of the way I talk about a good friend. For me, money is always with me in one form or fashion. Even the pennies that I save in a jar are my friends because long time ago, I found out that 99 cents doesn't make a dollar. Therefore, you need that penny to make a dollar. And you don't want to go to the store short of change. So you want to make sure that you have enough to make the money that you want to make. Just like a good friend. You want to go to the movies, you want to take your friend with you. You want to buy something, you want to take your friend with you because that's your money. So money is never my enemy, but it can be depending on how you or how your relationship is with it. So that's my immediate response to you, but there's more that I can say. How about you?
I love what you answer. And this is exactly what I wanted to continue to share because a lot of times we were raised with the sense that money is evil. You don't talk about money, you don't ask for money, you do not like, and we used to actually put it to the side, not realizing that money we have to recognize as a part of who we are because we are living in the physical world. And the way I perceive money is just the means for us to do what we love to do, right? Because we do not want money just for the sake of the paper, right? It's like, what do we do with that? But it's about the experiences that we are transacting when we are exchanging money for something, right? Either this is for a good vacation, or buying the clothes that you feel very elegant in, whether it's attending this beautiful gala or concert or whatever it is for you, right? For each its own, but the idea is that since we are living in the physical world, we recognize that money is part of it, and it's okay to talk about it, and it's absolutely okay to love money because money is the energy like anything else, right? We as humans also, if we take out the bones, if we take out the skin, we are all consist of the atoms, and then on the very basic level we are all energy.
Right.
And based on that we attract everything through the energy. And money actually also falls into that place. So we either attract the money or we repel the money. So once we become conscious about it, then we start thinking, what can we do in order to attract more money into our space, right? And a lot of people are not aware that we can do it because a lot of people just rely on their salaries, but they are working, or their investments to generate money. But I am the biggest fan of create the money. There is always a way for us to create the money. And how to do that? When you join my workshop, that's coming on June 8th, you're going to learn about it. So the idea is that we were never trained to use our creative mind. We always were trained to use our logical mind. And a lot of times we are just sitting in that cage where we are always looking at our circumstances and conditions, and we are looking at our education, we look at our bank account and everything things around, and we say, this is my relationship with money, this is what I can, or this is what I can't. And my invitation to you, just to keep saying that you can have anything what you want. But there is a lot of mindset work for that, right? Like I said, because we were never trained. And I'm just thinking about it. Imagine, John, if we were taught that in schools, alongside with math problems, with the writing skills, history, and whatsoever, the science, right? If they were teaching us that how we can actually develop that relationship with money and how we can use our creativity in order to have the best life possible.
You have just touched on one of my bad nerve when you talk about education in school and money, because I always think about one particular occasion when there was career day in school, and I offered to teach a topic on finance, not to a major degree, but on an introductory level where students would be able to apply the math they're learning to real life environments, but in a financial sense. And that would be an extension of what I do as a math teacher. And it was turned down. Oh, that's too difficult for the students. No, it wasn't, in my opinion, because it's not part of the curriculum, but it doesn't mean that it couldn't have been introduced at that level. So students are aware that they're not just calculating numbers in class, but they're applying that knowledge to real life situations, and that they will need to know this information in the future when they're out in the world functioning on their own. But it was turned down. So don't get me started on that, because I could have started my finance education to students or introduced them to it at the middle school level. Didn't have the opportunity to do so. So that's like a bad nerve with me. But going back to, is money your friend or an enemy? I personally do not love money. I appreciate money. I value money. And just the way I care for my friends, I care for money. I'm not going to pass a dime on the sidewalk and not pick it up. I'm not going to pass a penny, for that matter, on the floor and not pick it up. If I have $100, I have to know what I'm doing with it. If I have money in the bank, I have to know how I'm spending it, what bills I'm paying with it. If I go to the store, I'm not buying something because it's on sale. I'm buying it because it has some value to it. So I'm particular about how I treat money, and I treat money as I would my friends. Keep it close to me, love it, and let it last me as long as it can. Yes, I know I can always get more from earning interest on my money, from working for it, from dreaming of it. But whatever I do, I know I have to take action along with dreaming to get what I want. But money is my friend, and I'm hoping it's everybody's friend. Now, it can be your enemy if you don't do the right thing with it. So you have prayed for it, you have manifested it, you have worked for it, you have saved from whatever source you have, and now your intention is bad, to use that money for something bad. It becomes your enemy, because things have a way of going in full circles until it comes right back to you. So you're doing something bad with that money. Later on, something bad happens to you. You wonder why, but think of what you did with your money to begin with. So it can be an enemy for some people, but definitely it's a friend for me. Your thoughts?
Interesting perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when you were saying money is my friend, and I'm just saying money is my lover. That's exactly what was just, like downloaded to me. And you know what? It's okay. Like we all have our individual relationship, right? And I invite everyone who is going to be listening to the replay of this or tuning in, just to start asking yourself, how do you value the money and what does it mean for you? why do you want to have, or why you are saying that you do not need them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like I mentioned, we all have to have money, because money is just the means of exchange for something that we want, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the idea is, the more we tune in, the more we start like really understanding what's the purpose of the money in our life, the more we start seeing the opportunities that we never noticed. And that's exactly what it is. And whether it's from John, your perspective of you, like for people who come to you to help them financially, to either budget or invest or increase the income that they have. And whether for me, when they are coming and saying, you know what, I'm just tired just to circle through the same thing. I want to break through. And that's exactly what I offer people, to break through from their limitations and come on a different perspective, on a different level. Again, it doesn't happen overnight. This
Right.
is like the warning with the red letters.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to manifestation, it does not happen overnight until you're actually vibrating so high. Then sometimes people manifest things like, overnight. Yes, it also happens. But first, you have to tap into that higher frequency. And for that, people have to do the work, right? So, but once they tap into that frequency, like everything is possible, because we are working with the energy. Same thing as what we are familiar with, whether we are learning the new skill, the new instrument, we having the new job, we are receiving the education. No matter what it is, everything requires the energy and focus. Where you put your attention, you are going to expand on. So when we talk about something, and people a lot of times get caught up, because when they cannot see something, they cannot understand. But the more you do this work, you start trust the process, and you start to understand that there are a lot of invisible forces for us, and things are showing up in our physical reality once everything is meant to happen, right, in the divine time. Meantime, there is always something happening on the energetic plane, because we are creating from that field.
Mm-hmm.
First, we think about it, and then it shows up in our reality. Sometimes it shows up faster, sometimes it shows up longer. But it's not even a question if it's going to show up, it will show up. As
Mm-hmm.
long as you're putting the work, as long as you're directing your energy there, as long as you put your focus on it.
And speaking of time, yes, everything takes time. Very little happens overnight unless you bought a lottery ticket and you get what I call lucky and you win. And that money, just as fast as it comes to you, could leave you if you have no idea about what you're doing and thinking that it's going to last forever because it's a lot of money. It can disappear because you're not doing the right thing with it. And so, as you mentioned, time, so it is with money growing, it takes time. So the best thing for anyone to do is to start small, if that's where you are, and let it grow to get big. Or if you're there already, put it in the right place so that it can continue to grow to whatever your heart's desire is, because the value of money changes. The important thing is that when you get it, because you dream of it, you work hard for it, you saved it, you put it in the right account, that you do the right thing with it so it can continue to be a friend to whomever gets it in their hand, as opposed to be an enemy to whatever you're doing with it. Right?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
So
it.
thank you. So, let money be a friend, not an enemy. Do the right thing because you know better, and so you're supposed to be doing better. And that's my word on money being a friend or an enemy. And we can talk about this next week again to further expand on the topic.
Absolutely. And I just wanted to have a couple of words saying that we would love to know your opinion. Don't be shy. just put something in the comments, because it's all about just, like, let's communicate, let's share, bounce the ideas off, and just tell us your opinion. What does money mean for you? Is
And
it bad? Is it good?
an audience, Irina and myself talk all the time. So we talk with each other. We want you to talk to us as we're talking to you. So any comments you
Absolutely.
have, we appreciate it. Any feedback you have, definitely we appreciate. So I'm only endorsing what Irina is saying because she has already said the same thing. But please, we want your feedback, especially on this
Absolutely.
topic.
Yes, absolutely. So let's keep sharing and see what everybody is going to say and how they perceive the money, because everybody has their own perception and it's okay. There is no right or wrong answer, but we just want to know where you are and how you relate to money. All right.
And one last word as I remember, I have a link that's in the comments. Please, if you have debts and you need help with those debts that you have, the link up there is a debt management link. Please, please, please reach out to those experts. They will help you one way or the other, both student loans and regular debt. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next week on another episode.